Hello everyone, welcome to the another live stream. I am Daniel Ribeiro, photographer and the mentor of the Instinto Criativo community. If you want to take your photography to the next level, I invite you to become a member of the Instinto Criativo community. This is the place where you can study, grow, and learn directly from our mentorships programs and the weekly portfolio reviews. Don't wait, click the button below to join us and start studying right now. Let's build your story of success together. Our goal today is the same as always to bring more knowledge and inspiration to our community so you can impact in our careers. Today I have a special guest, Gabriel Rosa. Gabriel is an incredible photographer with a unique creative vision. Follow Gabriel Rosa on Instagram below to learn photograph and get inspired. Welcome to the community, Gabriel Rose. We are so happy to have you here with us. Your presence truly makes our community a more vibrant and joyful place. We are looking forward to this moment with you and sharing this journey with this community. Gabriel Rose, we'd love to hear your story. Mind sharing a bit of your journey with us?
Hello, everyone. Really happy to be with you and to share my story. I've been taking photography for 5 years. I'm a father of 6 kids. Um, I've started photography 5 years ago in need of more money, not something that I was really passionate about. Uh, I'm a painter, my main job. So I needed to do something related with painting. And of course, what could be more related than photography? Coming from the Greek photos, graphios, photos coming from light, and graphy from drawing. It's explaining basically drawing with light. So that's I chose photography, um, and I started to like it, enjoy it, and became a passion. Yeah, that's my start. So I'm I dedicate myself a lot in what I'm doing, and one of the reasons I do this, it's because to my wedding I had like some people with cameras, not a professional photographer. And looking now in the past, I kind of feel sorry of not having one. So having this feeling, I kind of want to make people happy with their memories, to give them nice memories and pictures to remind themselves of the biggest day of their lives.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. Gabriel, let's begin this journey of knowledge now. Thank you for accepting this invitation and let's start. Gabriel, this is a fantastic composition. Since the car has an open roof, the light is very unique. Could you tell us how you managed to use the car's interior as a foreground layer without letting it distraction from the main action of the couple?
Well, yeah, I remember this wedding. I think it was 2 years ago. So this car was the car that brought the groom and the bride to church, and basically it waited outside for them so they can take them to the reception. I've already seen this thing hanging uh, on the car. So in Romania here, when we finish the service, like the ceremony. People they're going out of the church. They're making a little arch, or depends on what they have. They have flowers, confetti, uh, and the videographer, main of it, like they give the star to get out. So basically, I knew what I was going to do. I just got out before, and I was just waiting for the moment and move around so I can fit the smiley face exactly where the bride's head is. I had another photographer at their back, you know, having some safe shots, but from the back. So basically, the groom and the bride they only have this the exit like this, and they were quite happy to have it. Most of the clients, when they contact me, they'll see my portfolio and they'll take this, let's say, a little bit of risk, in some moments to have a moment like that and not have a normal one, like a standard one.
Gabriel, what truly stands out is your use of the sticker on the windshield to perfectly replace the bride's head. Could you explain your thought process and how you actively reaction speed to align that creative element while the action was unfolding?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, that's what I did. I went behind the car. I waited for them. I knew they're gonna wait. They're gonna come out of the church. The only thing I had to do is just to move a bit left or right to fit the head perfectly in that place. I mean, I have a lot of shots here because this guy was a bit nervous too. He was moving the one with the who's driving the car. Um, yeah, basically that's all. Like I've seen that thing, the smiley face, and I already had it. Like I imagine it in my mind. What if I'm gonna stay here when they're gonna come? And that was the idea, and that's how I acted.
Okay. Gabriel, in your own words, what does begin mean? What do oh, I'm sorry, just a second. Gabriel, in your words, what does begin creative mean to you?
Um, I'm speaking too fast, or should I speak a bit slower so the other people can understand?
Uh,
Or
More slow.
okay, so I do think creativity uh, comes from inside, comes from inside to outside. And I do think like we've been created by someone to create. Like I think every person in this world can create. It doesn't matter in what domain, but they can create. So I do think the one of the main things is to give yourself time with yourself, so you can just like um, you know know yourself better. And for example, in photography, I've always um, give my time every day, like an hour. I'm going out, walking, and I'm studying the things. I'm studying the light. I'm studying the people's reactions. Uh, Depends of the light. If it's a harsh light, I'm studying because when it's a harsh light, the sun with the buildings, they combine. They just do like really nice geometrical forms. So yeah, I think creativity comes from inside. So you just have to give yourself a bit of time with yourself, and I think you're gonna be amazed of what can come outside.
Ok, 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 ok. Testando o som. Gabriel,
Yeah.
testando o som. Um, dois, três. Parece que o áudio aqui. Não, ele vai e vem, tá meio estranho. Bom, não, tá tudo certo aqui. Tá certo aí? Ok. Do you believe creativity? Como fala criatividade em inglês? É creative? Hã?
Creativity.
Creativity. Okay. Do you believe creativity is a natural gift or is it a skill that we can actually practice and learn? Better yet, how do you keep your creative instinct sharp?
As I said, like I do believe creativity it's a natural gift. I mean, we all have it. I do. I believe that every person in this world is able to create something. Uh, but at the same time, you can practice it too. So I'm taking, like, even when I'm going to the shop to buy something, I prefer to walk and while I'm going there, I'm just like studying everything, all the lights, all the forms I can see, all the reactions of the people. Um so basically, you can train your mind to see things the way you go to the gym, and do push-ups or whatever you're doing there, squats or pull weights, and uh, I do think practicing a lot, like with your mind, it will improve your creativity skill. uh,
Okay.
and how to keep it sharp, just everyday practice.
I notice you often work with interesting perspectives. Looking at this head umbrella shot, do you prefer use wide angle lens to create these dramatic scales? And which specific lens did you use for this photo?
um, yeah, I do like to use different perspectives. So basically, our anatomy, our eyes, works like a 35 millimeter lens, and we usually look straight. Um, so basically, when you shoot from another angle, which is not normal from the human eye, the shot will be more interesting. For example, when you see something, you just like bend down a bit and shoot from down, or party is the same. You can shoot from from up down. Um, and this photo, which is one of my favorite ones, uh, amazingly, is not shot with the wide angle. It's shot with a 35 millimeters. I was far away. Uh, my idea was to shoot with 35 so I can uh, make the groom and the bride come closer to my to my lens. I could have used a 50 millimeters, which would have made them even more bigger, but I just thought that was the perfect lens to use. Basically, here it's like a heel, and I covered the heel with the umbrella. Um, it's an after wedding session. So what I'm doing every time uh, in my photo session, for example, I'm trying to uh, do things like standard things, like the groom and the bride walking and holding hands, but just to do it differently. So yeah, that was one of my ways of showing the groom and the bride walking, holding hands.
Uh, do you believe that wide angle lens actually help a photographer becoming more creative, or are they just a tool to fit more into the frame?
Yes, I do believe that the wide angles they actually help, uh, but you need a lot of practice because the wide angles they'll catch a lot of information. Uh, Plus, they deforming a lot the edges. So if you wanna use and wide angles, you must have the subject in the middle and the details in the right side or the left side. But the angles, the wide angles, they'll tell you a bigger story, which oblige you uh, to make or to put yourself into a place where you can tell the story right, like not to uh, fit things that they don't belong in the story, or to cut arms or heads or things like this. So I do believe it helps. It helps. Uh, the wide angles, they're my favorite lenses, uh, and it kind of push you to see more right, left, how to uh, make the composition. Yeah, I think it helps a lot.
Gabriel, are you familiar with ultra wide or fisheye lenses like the 10 millimeters? Do you use this kind of lens in your work to achieve these unique perspectives?
The widest lens I'm using is the 14 millimeters. The 14. I've never used the 10 millimeters. Um, and yeah, I think I can say like photo sessions or after wedding sessions, it's one of my favorite lens that I'm using because it gives you uh, different and unique perspectives. I think the fisheye
Okay,
it's too much for me.
fisheye is the better lens for me. Gabriel, your style is very bold and artistic. How do your clients usually react when they receive photos like this? Do they immediately understand the artistic value of such unique compositions?
Uh, yeah, most of the clients they do because when they find me or they choose me as their photographer, as every client, you check your portfolio, the the photographer's portfolio. So uh, they must seen a lot of images, uh, like crazy ones, like artistic ones, a lot of authentical moments too. Uh, I do believe I do believe that a complex photographer should know everything, should know how to adapt to every situations. Uh, First of all, should know how to document a wedding. Should know how to do a photo session here in Romania, we have a like a, I can't say a tradition, but in the wedding day they should have their own photo session. So you should know how to do this. Plus, I do think you have to create some nice pictures for them too. So yeah, they'll expect everything from me when they choose me as their photography. They'll expect things like uh, unexpected things. Um, so yeah, they'll expect the moments when I do see like to create a nice uh, photo for them to go to ask them like, I have seen a good spot. We're going there. It's not gonna take more than 1 minute. You take the picture. You should know what you're doing when you tell them this, because when you give them the material, uh, they'll remember about that moment when you ask them to come with you. So, for example, if you have a good light and I don't know, you make a setup with some flashes or things like this, and you create like a picture there for them. When they'll receive all the wedding, they'll remember that picture. So you should know what you're doing when you tell them to come with you.
Gabriel, many photographers in our community dream of having the creative freedom to take shots like this, but they are often intimidated by what people might say. What advice would you give them to overcome that fear and stay true uh, to their own vision?
Uh, yeah, I think fear, it's one of the worst things that keeps you behind many things. Fear of failing, uh, fear of I'm not good enough, fear of yeah, people what they might say if I'm gonna give them this kind of pictures. First of all, a photographer should create his own style. Many photographers, they have their own style. Some of them they're just like photojournalistic 100%. Some of them they uh, document the wedding 90%, and let's say 10% they're gonna have these photo sessions which you have to guide the groom and the bride through some posing. um, I do think if people want to create this kind of picture, if they're at the beginning of their photography road, to do the safe shots in the wedding day, and then if they have something for them, to have the courage to ask the groom and the bride to take the pictures. uh, I do think I've this fear of failure holds you back to do this kind of shots. I've never been afraid to ask someone, okay, look, can we try this? And they can say yes or no. You're not gonna die. You're gonna try, and you can't. You don't know what would have uh, what picture you would have made if you wouldn't have tried to take it. So I encourage people, if they have something and if they believe in something, or if they have an idea, um, to to try. I'm just gonna give an example. Like I had in mind a photograph a photo with with the chessboard. I think it's a well-known one, uh, and I had it in mind. Every time I have a picture like this, I'm I have my phone. Uh, Wait, I'm just gonna try to show you. So this is a list of all
Oh,
my ideas,
congratulations. I do this too.
and it goes and it goes. So I encourage
Yes.
every photographer, when you have an idea, to put it down. So I had this idea of this photo with the chess, and it took me like 6 months to do it. For the right moment, the right groom and bride, the right spot. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Uh, Gabriel, you have won many awards and gained a lot of authority. Just a second. Gabriel, you have won many awards and gained a lot of authority, especially in Brazil. Internally, how do these awards affect you? Do they truly make you feel happier as an artist, or they bring more pressure to keep performing at that level?
Um, yeah, in a way, they validate your work. In contests, there are a lot of the judges. They're photographers from all around the world, good photographers, and basically winning an award on a good platform kind of validate your work. Uh, but I do think uh, comes with a lot of pressure too. Like last year was a good year for me, and here in Romania, I've been hearing from a lot of people like me and my brother, we've like raised the standard of photography. Uh, but when you put the standard up, the people there expect you to come again and again with something new and something more. So it does come with a lot of pressure too. Um, yeah, it does come with a lot of pressure. And I kind of like this
Pressure.
year, yeah, this year we were waiting for our sixth little baby. So I'm gonna slow down a bit with this. It's a bit tiring. The most tiring things to a competition is to choose the good uh, photos. It takes you a lot of energy. It takes you a lot of time, and yeah, I think it's a bit with it.
Okay. Besides the personal recognition, do you use these awards as a business strategy to sell your wedding packages? In other words, do they help you close more deals?
Um, Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on the people, on your clients. I had clients who put pressure on me and say like, I hope my wedding is gonna bring you some awards, but that's not my main goal going to a wedding. My main goal going to a wedding is to make that wedding amazing. This is my first thing that comes into my mind every time I'm going to a wedding. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter to whom I'm like photographing the wedding, because there are people like uh, they contact you, like some of them they making an effort. I'm just talking here financially, to hire you as their photographer. Some of them they'll just pay you because they have a lot of money. But for me, it doesn't matter. In that day, all of them, it doesn't matter how they look, it doesn't matter how rich or poor they are, they all look great. And my main goal is to make their uh, that day the most it's the most important day of their life. So I want to make the best memories they'll ever have. Um, yes, I'm using some awards to promote myself on the social media, which attract more clients, as in, um, when you're a photographer and you're recognized by some platforms, being an award winner or going somewhere at the top photographers, for clients there'll be a validation of their search. Being on a platform like this shows that you're a professional, shows that you're serious, shows that uh, you dedicate yourself. But when I'm being hired or something, like when they find me as a photographer, I'm showing them everything I do, not only the top images they can see on my page. Or so it's one of my rule to see how I document all the wedding before uh, hiring me. So I show them an entire wedding to see every single moment of from other weddings, so they can just uh, imagine what to expect from me.
Okay. How do you deal with photos that didn't win awards? What did they teach you about your own work?
uh, to be honest, I'm not like I don't know uh, what people I don't really care what people thinks about me as a photographer, because I've heard good things and bad things. They come in like a package. So if I believe in the one photo and I believe it can win, I'm just talking now strict to from a competition point of view, uh, and it doesn't win, it doesn't affect me. If I really believe in it, I'll put it again. It happened many times, and in the end, uh, it won an award. I do think competition nowadays, some of them, not all of them, uh, they're subjective. I mean, the judges, they'll judge the picture according to their style, according to what they like, according with, it's nice edited, and things like this. I mean, some competition they won't um, vote pictures that they're well made, the good composition, or what the story that's behind that picture. So yeah, I'm not bothered if they don't win. I'm, as I said before, I'm not like this. This is not my goal. I think uh, one of the reason I grew so fast in such a short time, it's because I dedicated myself to take good pictures for the groom and the bride, to focus more on their stories, and the other ones they were just coming naturally. So yeah, doesn't bother me if they don't win.
Gabriel, to wrap it up with this part of your conversation, could you share three pillars that you believe are essential for anyone who wants to become a truly creative photographer?
Um, yeah. So I do think one of the best thing to do as a photographer, it's to be aware of what happens around you. So basically, when I'm going to a wedding, I'm just studying everything. I'm looking at the people. I just, that's the grandmother, that's the mom. Uh, focus more on their family. Uh, I I use prime lens, which helps you um, helps you to move a lot. And when you move a lot and you're aware of things that they close to you, or in your way of to the bride or the groom, they can help you. For example, if I have to go to uh, take a picture of the bride and I see her 5 meters and there's a mirror in my way, I can see it and I can make a reflection through that mirror, and I'll stop there instead of just going close to her to take the shot. So being aware of everything happens, it's the first thing. Second, practice. Practice a lot. As I said, like I think creativity, it's like a muscle, brain muscle, which you practice it every day. I had moments, for example, I took a picture with the Lego toys. My kids, they're playing Lego with Lego, and this is one of the reason I buying them Lego, because um, if you buy a soldier, it's already a soldier. But a Lego will show you what to do. Eventually, they're gonna lose the pieces because that's what kids do. They're gonna cry. I don't know where that piece is, and they start to create from the pieces that they remain. They're creating something else. So that's one of the reason I'm buying Lego for them. Uh, but I was like looking every day, watching, playing with Lego. My mind was like, it was there every day in my face, every day in my eyes. Lego, Lego, Lego. What can I do with the Lego? And then I just, I can use some Lego, make some soldiers, make a castle, put the bride in the castle, and make a nice picture. And that's how, I think some of them, the Lego picture with the bride and the horse. That's how that picture came out. And other things, like I'm taking my inspiration not from wedding photography, from other things, street photography too, like going out on the street. I'm a bit sorry now because I don't have too much time to do that, but going on the street and studying everything that happens there, it's amazing. It's amazing for your uh, skill, to develop your skills. So practice every day. Give yourself time of, with yourself. Go out, study light, study shape, study people, and you'll see in time things are gonna come naturally. The way uh, I'm just gonna give you like a really uh, fast example. I've been a dancer too. I've been breakdancing with my brother and what? Oh, my light. And one of my friends for 16 years. So at the beginning, you think about how to do the things, how to put your hand, how to spin. So everything comes thinking, thinking, thinking how to do it. At a certain point, you don't think anymore. It comes so naturally, and you end up to a point where you do the move and you can talk with other people around you while you do that move. So I do think it's the same in photography. Like practicing every day, you'll reach a point where you can see things. You don't even have to think about it. You just see them and you can see, oh, that's a perfect shot. And you can align things. You can, replace the way with the smiley things. You can put yourself into a place to create nice, funny moments and photos. And the third one, I think, uh, I think fear. don't be afraid of trying. Don't be afraid of uh, trying, because most of the lessons people they're learning, they're from their own failures. I can tell many people like what to do, how to do, uh, but being different, they won't apply those things as I do. So I think the best thing to do is to give yourself, uh, I don't know how to say it, to let yourself fail, to make mistakes, and then you're gonna learn from your own mistakes. We have been uh, lately doing some workshops. This is our fourth edition this year, and I've seen people being afraid of doing things. And after the workshop, I saw them growing, because I told them, me and my brother, don't be afraid to try, and they start trying, create nice pictures, and in the end, you'll succeed. Oh, and there's something else. Like I think uh, being creative, which I think we've lost this long time ago, because I'm watching my kids all the time playing. One of the biggest creators, I can say, they're the kids. I don't know if you noticed them, and if you studied them, you'll see that they'll create things from nothing. They create their own toys. And I think you should, uh, you know, should not forget that you still a kid too sometimes. Like don't let yourself grow up so much, and give yourself space to be a kid sometimes too. Sometimes I'm playing with them, and I learn things from them too. Like, and these things I think helps in the process of creativity things.
Gabriel, this photo is a perfect example of symmetry and time. How important is it for a photographer to have a deep knowledge of a composition so they can apply it instantly during a spontaneous fashion moving moment like this one?
Um, Sometimes when it's a moment, it's a moment. When you have the times uh, to make a composition, you can try. Basically, I do think awareness and practicing will develop another skill of a photographer, which uh, which is intuition. Like you start at one point, you start, or you sense what's gonna come. For example, even here, when you see people gathering all together, and you can see like they're trying to do something, you put yourself into perfect position and you wait to do what, because you know what's gonna come. Uh, in a ceremony, when you see the bride like trying to hold her tears, and putting a bit of a sad face, and moving her mm, face muscle, then you're just like, no, oh, maybe she's gonna cry. So you just like put yourself into a position to catch the perfect moment. So basically you sense what's gonna happen, but this is only by being aware of what's happening, being there, being present, and practice.
Technically, the timing here is perfect. They are at the highest point of the jump. How did you learn to recognize the exact millisecond to press the shutter in moments like this? Is it is it pure instinct, or is there a specific skill you look for?
Uh, sometimes it is instinct. When you see a moment, you just turn your camera and you press the shutter. Sometimes you can see it's not focused, the image. Sometimes you focus and you say, "Ooh, I was lucky." But as I said, being there, you can start to sense things. Uh, so here, I just knew like the guys they were talking about like throwing them up. I was a bit sad with that kid and on the left side because I didn't catch him. Like my brother showed it to me when I was editing the picture. So I kind of like cut him in half. Uh, but it was a nice spot where he went there. I don't know why he was afraid. But yeah, when you sense this moment, when I sense the moment, uh, you you put me the questions like it was a millisecond. It was a millisecond, but my camera was like screaming, "Hey, slow down!" You know, I was holding my finger on the shutter, and I was keep shooting to try to catch the perfect moment. So yeah, I got the highest point of the jump. Not all the pictures, like when that's why I want to, and I'm telling the groom and the bride when we talk that not all the pictures are gonna be like this. You know, the word pictures they're gonna be the top pictures that I've taken, but most of them they're just like documenting their own wedding, showing them real moments, and that's it.
Many photograph contests actually thought you are more about to be creative, or do you feel they just validate the creative path you were already following?
Um, yeah, sometimes they validate uh, my work, but I have a I have some ideas, a principle that I'm guiding myself, and I do think you can learn from anyone on this planet. Many times I've learned things from my kids. So if I've learned things from my kids or from my wife or from any of, even in photography, uh, of course I can learn things from another photographers too. When I was uh, in the past, I played guitar and drums too. So my bigger brother, who's like a musician, he was already all the time telling me, "Okay, if you want to get used to music, you have to listen a lot music. So you must have this musical audition almost every day." That's how it happens in photography too. You must have your music audition, your visual audition every day. So uh, there have been loads of nights or days where I was like having this visual audition. Just look at the picture, look at pictures, look at pictures, look. Oh, this photographer, nice picture. What? How? How did he approach that moment? Maybe he did it different than you, and then you can learn from what you saw there. So basically, it's a combination. But I do believe the contest taught me things too. Yeah, uh, most of the things uh, they they taught me not to compete with others, just to compete with myself. Like every time I'm in everything I'm doing in this life, I don't compare with other people. I just compare with my me yesterday. Am I better than yesterday, or am I not better than yesterday? So it's just me and myself, not me and the other photographers. From other photographers, uh, I'm just learning from them. You know, it's like a bee when you go to every flower and you take what's the best from the each flower, and in the end you make your own honey. That's that's how I think the people should be. You know, take the best from each person you meet, you see, you get in touch with, and create your best version of you.
Uh, even with well, oh, just a second. Even without these awards and recognition, what dream keeps your creative instinct alive today? What is the next big step for Gabriel Rose?
Uh, my next step, I do think, eventually uh, this life is gonna stop at one moment for any of us. So I do think my purpose in this life, with everything I do, is to leave something behind me. Uh, in everything I do, for example, even in painting, I've been teaching people to paint. I've been the same in photography. I want to leave something behind, and that's why we started to do these workshops. To and most of the people, they coming to see from where we taking the inspiration to create these kind of pictures. So the next step, it's to teach people, like to leave something behind me, because these awards are coming, they going. uh, you might be the photographer of the year this year, but next year someone better, or I- not better, I can't say better because I don't believe in the best photographer. I've never believed in the best photographer of the world. I've just believed in a better year, uh, and yeah, the better year of that photographer. So there's, for me, there's no the best. Everyone is good. From everyone you can learn things. And what I want to do, it's more to leave something, like to teach other uh, people who start photography, if they see something interesting in what I do, to show them with all my heart what I do. uh, and yeah, that's kind of all.
Okay. Gabriel, this beach photo is full of energy. Can you give us a step by step on how to shoot something like this? Especially, how do you direct the kids and the couple and the same time to get all the elements perfectly in the place?
uh, yeah, so this is was after wedding photo shoot, like, trash the dress session. First of all, I've seen the kids playing. I didn't bother the kids. They were playing, and believe me, with the kids, it's not as easy as we think. When you tell them to do something, they're not gonna do it. So basically, I didn't bother them. They're playing. Their parents, they were like behind them, and I went there. Like, I let the kids play, and I spoke with their parents to, kindly let me shoot through their play if it's okay, and I'll give them the picture. And yeah, the only thing I told the bride and the groom, when I made them a sign to come towards me, running and being happy. But the kids, they're staying and they're playing themselves. Uh, and I don't know what happened. They're dead or something. That they laughed the kids, and the groom and the bride they almost fell down because I don't. You can see the bride going on the side. Uh, Usually, as you see, I'm using a wide angle lens so I can catch everything. Uh, I think the shutter speed was something one of a 500th of a second. Uh, the aperture was an f9. I usually shoot with f9, f10, something like this. And the ISO, I think it was being being day was 100.
What was the main mindset shift that took you out of the ordinary and put you on the path to becoming an internationally award-winning photographer?
Um I remember when I first started to submit pictures uh, to these platforms like award platforms. I wasn't looking for it. Like it was more like, "Oh, that's nice. Maybe I should try." Uh, so basically, I didn't go for it. Like, oh, I want to be an award winner. I want to be the best award winner. I was just doing my things the way I knew best to do, like in my mind with my, some of them silly or not silly ideas of taking pictures, and I was just submitting them. I wasn't even aware of like uh, how important these awards are on other platforms. So yeah, it was more like a game for me. And slowly, like seeing other photographers and good photographers, international photographers, like submitting photos on these platforms, and uh, winning awards and being so happy of winning those awards, kind of made me realize of like, oh yeah, they're good platforms or well-known platforms, or uh, so I didn't have it wasn't something that I planned to do. It was, for me, it was something really, uh, it came really natural. It came really without planning. Ooh, I want to be the photographer, a good photographer, or worldwide award-winning photographer. No, it just happened doing my job the way I did it. And usually, I think all these things comes because I dedicated myself with all uh, my soul. When I'm doing this, everything I've done in my life, I did. I wasn't superficial. I didn't do it just to do it. And the same with the photography. When I do it with all my heart. Like when I'm going to an event, I'll just go out of the door and say, oh, this will be the best wedding ever. Even if it's not going to turn up to be the best wedding, but this is my mindset. I'm going to uh, I'm going to give my best and try to, you know, take out what's the best from each event.
What is your message for the photographer who has a striking photo saved in their computer, but is still hesitant and to click the submit button to participate in the contest?
Um, well, depends because like talking now strict on award winning, which I'm gonna repeat myself. It's not like the goal of. It shouldn't be the goal of a photographer. Um, Depends on what platform you're submitting your pictures to, uh, because they're different platforms. There are ones which are, uh, awarding only pictures that they're only photo reportage pictures. Other platforms they will reward photo session pictures too, creative pictures too. So yeah, first of all, depends on which platform you're thinking to submit the picture. And second, if you believe in it, just don't hesitate. Uh, and When I submit pictures, my the people that I'm like consulting with, they're my kids and my wife first of all, my mom and my brother. Um, and me and my brother, we have like a really close relation, and we have this way of telling each other how good our picture are or not. So I remember like him telling me he doesn't like the picture, or he wouldn't put the picture to this contest. But we always give the possibility to, but if you believe in it, just put it. So this is my advice to every photographer who wants to participate in a contest. If you really believe in that picture, don't hesitate to click submit. You know, and I don't know, just don't be disappointed if it doesn't take any award. Like, try it again. If you and if it doesn't take at all, I told you, it's just like it doesn't bother. You should not bother the other people. I've seen like photographers being really frustrated because their picture they're not taking awards. So you shouldn't be about awards. I think awards they'll come when you do your thing uh, good for the groom and the bride. First of all, like the clients to be happy. For example, I've never so far, and I'm praying not to have. Uh, I haven't got a bad review ever, like from any of them. They're all happy with the pictures that they got, which is the main goal we have as photographers. And then the words they will come if you do your job good. If you're only gonna go for the words, then you might miss the good moments for the groom and the bride, and you might miss the award too because in the wedding day it's a lot of pressure to do pictures like this.
People love a good story behind a great image. This photo with the champagne explosion and the groom in the air is absolutely mind blowing. Could you tell us the story behind this shot? What was happening in that exact moment? How did you manage to align the champagne spray so perfectly with the action in the background?
Yeah, I remember the moment. I was talking with a photographer. He was like asking me how he managed. Uh, I think it's one of the few pictures that I have, which was pure luck. I didn't. I knew they're gonna throw the groom and the bride, the groom, sorry, up, because I've been listening to the boys doing this. The only thing I did, I was like placing myself every time, like I'm hearing these things, uh, or I know there's, I don't know, the same situation that I've been taking pictures of other weddings. I try to do them differently. So to put myself in another angle, to shot it differently than I did in the past. So uh, I kind of like went at the back. I saw like trying to opening the champagne. I just said like the only thing I said like do it like 4 million one. Just do it like it mean. And the shot, believe me, it was pure luck. because the only thing I wanted to do is just to shot through the opening champagne and the glasses. There were small glasses, but I only got one. And yeah, I wanted to be like more of a triangle, but it turned out to be like a perfect alignment. And I have a lot of pictures here, and only one it's like this. This is the only one that I got it like this. And I have more other examples. For example, to a wedding, I've been photographed them like playing football, and I was so happy when the bride got a penalty or something, and I went back uh, to to take a shot of the penalty, and again something happened there. Like, I was happy that she scored, but when I came home, I saw something amazing. Like the ball took the head of the groom jumping over the ball. So there are moments where they just happening. They just have. This picture was more of luck. I just put myself into another place. I wanted to be like to shot through the champagne opening, but to align like this, no, which is pure luck.
Gabriel, this photo is fantastic. I want to take photos, one photo like this. Gabriel, thank you so much for sharing your heart and your process with us so far. It has been incredible lessons for our community. To wrap it up, do you have one more piece of advice for those photographers who dream of being as a creative as you, but who are still looking for their all voice?
Um, yeah, I think I have a saying, you know, um, when you climb a mountain, after you reach the peak, there should be a valley too. So I've been up to the mountain, and of course now the second thing will be a valley for me. I should have to go a bit down because it's the normal course of the things. You can't stay up on the mountain all the time. It's hard to get there, but it's harder to stay there. So yeah, I've been there. It's nice. It's a nice view. Uh, Sometimes it's overwhelming. You're happy, but the piece of advice of like which I want to give to all the people who wants to, it's to have courage to climb that mountain, because some of them they're starting to climb a mountain and they see it's a bit hard, and they maybe stop at the middle of their path, or they not even gonna try. They'll be like satisfied where they are, back in the valley, where it's warmer or more comfortable. So you should uh, get out of your comfort zone, uh, be more courageous. If you want to create pictures, even if they're silly at the beginning, you're not gonna like them. Believe me, I passed through all these stages. I've taken silly pictures, now I'm looking to what I've been doing in the past. So like, ooh, that's me. So yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try. Uh, but don't make uh, don't make this a goal. Like, don't make uh, the word a word's goal. Just your goal should be making the groom and the bride stay the best day of their life. And after, believe me, the words will come, and the success and everything. Yeah. So this is my piece of advice. Don't be afraid, people.
Gabriel, thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again soon. I want to take a moment and to say a huge thank you to our community for being here with us during this live stream. Your energy and passion are what keep us going. If you want to take your photographer to the next level, I invite you to become a member of the Instinto Criativo community. This is place where you can study, grow, and learn directly for our mentorships programs and the weekly portfolio reviews. Don't wait. Click the button below to join us and start studying right now. Let's build your story of success together. Bye bye.